Yo, what is up, guys? This is Nick Mira from Internet Money, bringing you the second tutorial on this channel. Before I get into it, I just want to say thank y'all for the first video. Y'all went crazy with the support. Got like 250 comments, 700 likes. Like, we even got 1,000 subs. It was just crazy. So without further ado, today I'm going to be making a NAV type beat for y'all. If y'all don't know who NAV is, he's an upcoming artist out of Toronto. Sounds like Roy Woods, Party Next Door, that kind of sound. He's done some work with Metro Boomin. You can hear it on SoundCloud. Got a song named Up. That one was really hard. Y'all can go check that out. And that's going to be the style we're going to keep in mind when making this beat today. So let's get into it. So first off, I'm going to open up Omnisphere. It's got some great synths. I believe NAV uses Omnisphere a lot. You can just hear in the sounds. And I actually made this custom preset. It's in my bank on drumselect.com. It's a Nick Mira Chernobyl bank. I made this bell pad right here. Real melodic, ambient synth. We're gonna make a melody out of that sound right there. So let's do that. Put this out further out. Just want it slower. Got a nice pattern here. Got some switch ups in the last 7 to 8 bars for variation. Might bring this one down, bring it up. Maybe I wanted to hit higher. Sounds right. For the sake of saving memory, I'm gonna go to my master channel. Open up Edison. I'm gonna press record, and I'm just gonna play this melody so I can drag it into the playlist, and we don't have to worry about carrying around this VST. There we go. Gonna open this up wider so we can see all the options up here. Gonna trim side noise, get rid of the intro part. Edit properties, tempo sync 150, that's a tempo. Accept. Gonna go over this. Zoom in right here. Cut off the last bar. Just delete that. See right here, the wave goes above the flat line, so we're gonna do Alt F to fade that out so we don't hear any clicking. We can check the same thing for the intro. So don't have any clicking coming in. Yeah, it's pretty flat here. We're just gonna do it. Control F just to make sure. I'm gonna open up our playlist. Gonna drag this Edison melody over here. There we go. Now we have our melody. So with this melody in the playlist, instead of getting rid of the VST like we said we would, we can just make a different layer and just keep using this to pump out sub layers to the melody to add depth and variety. Again, I'm using the Nick Mira Chernobyl Omnisphere bank. You can get it from drumselect.com if y'all want these sounds. There's like 50 patches in here, all handmade. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing for this melody. Save memory. I'm gonna go in Edison, record, play. Again, trim side noise, gate noise. Edit properties, tempo sync. Go all the way to this last bar we don't want. Zoom all the way in. Highlight, delete. Alt F to declick out. Go over here. Control F, declick in. Open up our playlist. And drag this sub melody over here. So now we got two melodies. It's already starting to sound more full. Alright, now I'm gonna start adding some light drums to it. NAV doesn't have too heavy drums, just some punchy kicks. Hard 808. Light snare, so on and so on. Nothing too in your face, just very light in the back. I'm gonna start off with the snares. Snares. I'm gonna go ahead and add a hi-hat pattern. Thing with NAV beats, the hi-hats aren't playing the whole time, so we're gonna space them out to make sure it's not so flooded. Control A, shift click, dragged over. And switch around. The hi-hats around 7 to 8 bars, give it some more variation. Bouncy hi-hat pattern, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna add an open hat. Don't want it too repetitive though, so this is a no-go. actually gonna go in my audio settings, lower this real quick. So nothing too crazy, we're just going real simple with the drums. NAV beats are really melodic. It's not really focusing on the drums, even though they're really hard. It's more focused on like the singing and the melodies. Once I got the kick, copy the kick layer, right click E, C, right click E, P. I'm gonna go over here, drag this here. Obviously out of tune, I'm gonna raise this octaves up so we can hear it better. Maybe lower this a little. I'm gonna add these crashes, just fill in some space. After the crash goes away, I feel like it's kind of dry, so I'm gonna go over this crash. I'm gonna add some delay to it, go into function, feed, bring it up a little. Time, I want it on fourths. Maybe want like 7 echoes. Maybe I'll turn the feedback just a little more up. For the most part, the drums, they're done. No more drums. You don't want it to get too complex, too crazy. It's just gonna overthrow the melody, take your focus off of it. Alright, so now I'm gonna add another layer to the melody, so the hook will stand out further from the verse. So I'm just gonna find maybe a piano, let's say. Well, a backwards piano. Type in backwards. Here we go. Go in here. Feel like this piano is kind of dry. I'm gonna go in Omnis here. Maybe add some reverb. There we go. Bring the mix up. Time. I just brought the timbre down because I felt like it was hitting a little too hard. Closing out of some of these, make some space. Alright, so now I feel like the beat has basically got all the elements it needs. It's got lighter patterns because you don't want to overflow the beat with stuff that doesn't need to be there, because remember, the artist has to be on there. That's like the main instrument. So I'm going to send all these drums to the mixer. I'm just going to highlight them here. Start from my kick and go down by holding left click and dragging down. Insert 10. I'm going to right click, link select the channel starting from this track. And then I'm just going to mix these real quick from here. Solo my kick. Actually going to send these melodies to the mixer because I don't want them playing at the same time. Starting from those tracks, and now we can mix the kick. Now with some NAV songs, the 808s can be really distortion heavy, and some songs it's just really dull. But for this, I'm just gonna add maybe some distortion. Lower this knob over here, control the mix level. For the sake of making the beat sound more full, I'm just gonna add some light reverb on these hi-hats. Turn the wet all the way down and turn the decay up. And I mean really turn the wet knob down because you barely want to hear the reverb. If y'all were wondering what drum kits I'm using, also I'm using the Nick Mira Bodega drum kit and the Polo Boy Shotty official drum kit, and you can get both of those drum kits at drumselect.com. One word, drumselect.com. And I believe each one's like $30, but they come with like 100 plus sounds each. It's totally worth it. So that's what I've been rocking with and using in these tutorials. Widen up this melody more. Stereo separation, gonna bring it left, separate it more. Bring in the second melody. Maybe widen that up too. Maybe not so much as the first one. And then our piano. I feel like the basic mix for all the drums, all the melodies is good, so I'm gonna go to master channel, open up Fruity multi-band compressor. I'm gonna right click here, click the mastering 2.4, and I'm just gonna bring the gain up until it sounds right. Alright, now that we got everything mixed, I'm going to go ahead, go over my pattern ones, split these by channel, go to my playlist so I can lay these all out. And I'm going to make sure I'm on the pointer tool over here, draw, here you can do Shift P, and I'm going to delete all this, go start off by adding the first one, 225, second one, 226, and now it's just patterns. So this is pattern 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of going in and clicking all that, I'm just going to go on my keypad, type in 1, click that in, then I'm going to do the plus sign to go up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on, so on. right here, this is a sampler track, so we don't really need this, so we can get rid of that. I'm gonna control select all these up, and then bring these out 8 bars. Now I can take all of these notes, just keep multiplying them. How I'm doing that is I'm doing Control A, Control B, Control A, Control B, Control A again. Now I can just lay these all out. So intro, I'm gonna take all the drums out, just leave the melody. Not all of the melodies, but just 1 or 2. And thing with NAV type beats is similar to Drake type beat, Party Next Door, Roy Woods. There's always a synth bass like right before the hook. So with that being said, I'm gonna grab a synth bass. Synth bass gives it a more ambient, atmospheric vibe if you want to go with that. And personally, I just use Nexus for mine. I go to it's in the Dance Volume 1 expansion pack. Go down to Prid Sidechain Bass. This pattern's right here. I'm gonna lay out a pattern for this. Before we do that, I just want to send it to the mixer because the master is all the way up and we don't want that blasting our eardrums out. Same trick with the 808. Bring it high octave so we know what it sounds like low. I'm just gonna control down to bring these all the way down to get the low dark feel to them. So we got our hook here. We got our hook here. Excuse me. And then we got our verse here. So after the hook, I want a little bridge. Just a synth bass playing. Maybe some perks like the snares and hi-hats playing. For the verse, just want to keep it really minimal because the main focus is on the artist during the verse, so we can keep all of these perks and extra stuff out. After the end of the verse quote, we're gonna have a bridge right here connecting the next hook. So I'm just gonna hold control, left click all of this, Control B, copy that over. It's good. I'm just gonna add the extra hook at the end of the beat for length purposes. So the beat's like 320, somewhere around there is cool. So So yeah, now we got our beat laid out. I'm gonna just listen to the melodies, see if there's anything I can add or anything I can take away to make the beat better. And there you have it. There's a NAV type beat for y'all. I'm Nick Mira from Internet Money. Leave a like on this video if you're messing with it. Leave a comment below if you want more tutorials and let us know what. And with that being said, I'm going to let this beat play off. Peace.